G'day guys, Mick here. This week's 5-minute yarn is in response to a previous 5-minute yarn where I put a shout out and asked for questions. This one I won't be given a name for because the person contacted me privately and wanted to remain anonymous. But the question is, and I'm sure this is going to be a good one for a lot of you, is why do I hate Land Cruisers? Yeah, that's right, why do I hate Land Cruisers? Well, guys, truth is I don't hate Land Cruisers. I reckon they're a great car. Toyota in general has proven themselves over years to be a really great, reliable car. Everything from your bloody Corollas and Camrys right through to your Hiluxes and Land Cruisers. They've been proven to be great, reliable, strong vehicles that need fuck all work and just keep going. I owned a 2000 single cab rear wheel drive Hilux as part of my business. Thing was a bloody weapon. I did nothing to it. I serviced it once in 5 years and I couldn't kill it. You know, I flogged the shit out of that thing and it kept going and going and going. So do I think Land Cruisers are shit? No, I don't. Do I pick on them? Of course I do. It's a bit of fun. You know, there's nothing serious about it. You know, people sit there and say, and I'm tagged all the time, for example in posts on Instagram, yeah, good on you Steve, about petrol Pajero owners all being pedophiles and sex offenders. I'm tagged all the time in that shit because I own a petrol Pajero. It's a joke, it's fun. You know, I put shit on Land Cruisers because it's a joke. The one thing I will say about Land Cruisers though is I think they're overpriced. You know, they're a great car, they're reliable, and look, a lot of people clearly think they're worth the money. But my personal belief is they're overpriced, and that's not the fault of the vehicle itself. That's the fault of the manufacturer, Land Cruiser or Toyota. Look, they're a great car. Toyota know that. They will keep going and going. Toyota know that. And I think they're pushing their boundaries with how much they can charge for them to make as much profit out of them as possible. My issue, so to speak, with a Land Cruiser is that when you look at a Land Cruiser, you look at a Patrol, Y62, whatever it might be, you look at a Pajero, you look at their MUX, whatever vehicle it might be that you look at, they be four-wheel drive. The 2 and 300 series Land Cruisers, I believe, are independent all the way around, same as the Pajeros. Don't know about the Y62s or many of the others. I really don't give a shit, to be honest. But, you know, they're independent, at least independent fronts, same as what Pajero's always been. And I sort of look at them and I'm like, well, specs-wise, they're not that much difference from what these other vehicles are that are $40,000 cheaper. That's where my issue comes from, not the vehicle. The vehicle is fucking awesome. I went for a ride back in the riding shotgun in the Wattigans weekend with my brother and a few of his mates, and we met up with Steve from Mud Duck 4-wheel drive touring. I got to go in Mud Duck's 200. The thing is a fucking machine. It is a weapon. You know, I love that car. It's brilliant. Although it's not Steve's, it's actually Kaz's. But it's a beast. I love it. You know, and I think it's overpriced, but that's not the vehicle's fault. That's the manufacturer. So guys, when you see me putting shit on Land Cruisers or the Patrol or whatever it is, it's nothing serious. The only vehicle I'll sit here and say I don't like, well, there's two, and they're both dual cab utes. One is a Ford Ranger, and two is a Volkswagen Amarok. And I have reasons for that. I love me Fords. I've always been a Ford man. But I don't like the Ranger because when I have been on trips with Rangers, they've pretty well always gotten stuck. I've recovered more Ford Rangers than any other make or model of vehicle. So to me, that says something about the Ford Ranger. I don't like them for that reason. There was also something I was told, now again I don't know 100% about this, but I was told with the Rangers that when you put a bull bar on them, they've got to cut something on the inner guard or something, and that allows water to go straight up into the air intake if you don't have a snorkel. I have recovered a Ranger from Charmhaven A-Trax area. For those that don't know where the A-Trax is, it's next to Charmhaven Garden Centre behind Lake Haven Shopping Centre. I've recovered a Ranger from there that had exactly that issue. She's big lift, big tyres, bull bar, lights, all that sort of shit. And she went into this bog hole and sucked water into the diesel motor. It was dead. A new Ranger, pretty well done up, but she didn't have a snorkel yet. And yeah, that's what happened. That's why I don't like Rangers. Amaroks, look, I don't like Volkswagen in general. Back in 2015, my wife had a car accident. Much to my dismise, whatever you want to say. She had a car accident and she hit a Volkswagen Tiguan, and it took the owners of that vehicle, the repair shop, 4 months to get parts for it. So that's why I don't like Volkswagen. I don't think, may have changed a little bit since 2015, but I just don't think they're solid enough, and they have the parts base there to really back them up, especially if you're doing something like cross country, going through the Simo or something like that. Drive a bloody Volkswagen, the thing breaks down on you, you've got to wait 4 months out there for parts. Fuck that. So guys, that's why I don't like Volkswagens, that's why I don't like the Ford Ranger. If the vehicle suits your needs and does what you need it to do and is within your budget, bloody brilliant. If you want to splurge and spend the money on something like a 2 or 300 series Land Cruiser, bloody brilliant. The one thing that does get me a little bit with the 300s is I'm hearing a lot that you've got a long wait period to get the vehicle. I don't think I'd want to be laying down $100,000 and then waiting a few months, or I've heard in cases up to 2 years to get the bloody vehicle. And I wouldn't be laying down $100,000 for that. So that to me, again, it's not the vehicle fault, it's the manufacturer's fault. So, alright guys, that's it for this 5-minute yarn. Take care, peace, and as always, I'll see you on the tracks.